close to a decade, if not longer, and I've gotten to know Johnny over the last 6 months or so. And it has been a real honor, moms and dads and family and friends, to get to know these two at a deeper level. And I just have a few words that I want to share before we go on with the exchanging of the vows. Okay? It'll just take an hour or two, no problem. So the title of the message that I would have is What's in a Word? What's in a word? O, ownership. You two are making a covenant agreement to get married. Own it. Put away childish things now and step up and be the mature adults that you are called to be. 1 Corinthians 13:11 says, when I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, though, I put away childish things behind me. You two have made a choice to wed, to join together, to become one. That is critically important. The two becoming one is a great mystery, and that's the choice that you two have gone into. From now on, own your relationship. Genesis 2:23 says, man said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man. And that is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife. They become one flesh. Own your marriage. Own your family. Own your time, your money, your schedule. It's for you guys to decide these things. Own it. And never underestimate the power of bad decisions. Never stop fighting for the best of your marriage. Never assume others will fight and feel the same way you do about the same things. And never allow others to define what the two of you have determined for both you and your family. You two will fight for each other unlike anyone else. Don't allow others to step into it. You cannot allow wedges to ever get between the two of you. You cannot allow things to get into the marriage, infiltrate the marriage, because the reality of marriage and the death of the marriage is this: it almost never happens in one instant. Over time, marriages fall apart because of bad choices and because of consequences. Fight for your marriage. Fight for the purposes and the values you want in your relationship and with your children. And find people that will do it with you. Amen?
Amen.
Eternal. E. Your decisions or your choices have eternal and everlasting consequences. It is true and said that what you do now truly matters. You must keep that in mind constantly and how that affects everything you do. In the decisions you make, in the friends that you choose, the way you love each other, how you speak to each other, how you're going to honor each other in the private and the public, how you raise your children, how you spend your time and your money, have eternal consequences. There's a great saying that I've memorized in my life, had it as a young man, that you sow a thought, you reap an action. Sow an action, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap a character, and sow a character, reap a destiny. The decisions that you make from here on out have eternal consequences. Let that weight fall on you. That's okay. When you're making choices to how you will proceed, decisions you make, homes that you will buy, where you will go, how you're going to raise your children, and how the values that they're going to have that you want instilled to them is going to affect generations. It has eternal consequences. Now, O for ownership, N for never, and E for eternal spells a word. It's one. In the culture around us, it rages against absolutes. It rages against truth. But there is an absolute and a truth that you have chosen to set all things on. And that is the absolute of Jesus Christ. He is the one and the only. John 14:6 says that apart from him, there is no other way. He is the way. He is the truth, and he is the life. And no one comes to the Father except through him. Acts 4:12 says, salvation is found in no one else, for there is no other name under heaven given to mankind which we must be saved. If you want your marriage and your family to become all that it is intended to be, then there is truly only one way. That is to be fully devoted to the one who created you and formed you and already knew this day would come to pass. Set in place the order of marriage, gave the command to form families, called the generations to be devoted to him, and offered you and all others great and marvelous eternal purposes for those who would follow him. He is a must and continues to be a must. He must be at the very heart and foundation of your marriage and family. Anything not founded and centered on Christ Jesus is merely fake and a facade, and it will crumble. He is the one you are making a covenant with today. He will honor his covenant. He will always be with you, and he will help you in it. He will be relentless to root out and pursue those things that do not represent his desires for your life, for your marriage, and for your family. Before each other today, myself and the people gathered in support of you two, I give you these solemn and true words. He is the only way, the only truth, and the only life. There is no other way. But it's just much more than that, too. He is the very bedrock and foundation for your marriage and family. He is the basis of all things in life that are to be built upon. At the end of days, when you two will kneel before the Holy One, whose eyes are like flaming fire, and he judges mankind, you will answer as to whether you loved him above all others, wholeheartedly devoted, and whether that wholehearted devotion manifested through you two in loving those in and around your life. It is only through Jesus Christ and loving him in his economy wholeheartedly can you then love others wholeheartedly. It's only in him that you will have the capacity to love each other the way you should. It takes God to love God. Invite him, the one, to pour into your life all your days, every morning, throughout the day. Come and help us. And then and only then will you have the love to give to one another and others in a world desperately in need. Amen. All right, Bill. Ready?
So cute.
Oop, there we go. All right. Johnny, repeat after me. I, Johnny, take you, Ashley Brooke, to be my wedded wife, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better or worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, a God according to God's holy laws. I give you my love, till death do us part. Ashley Brooke, repeat after me. I, Ashley Brooke,
I, Ashley Brooke,
take you, Johnny, my wedded husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, according to God's holy laws. I will give you my love, till death do us part. Johnny, what token have you to symbolize your fulfillment of your marriage vows? From the earliest of time, the golden circle has been a symbol of wedded love. It is made of pure gold to symbolize pure love. Being of one unbroken circle, it symbolizes unending love. Just as this ring has no end, it symbolizes the outward and invisible sign of an inward and spiritual bond, which unites Johnny and Ashley Brooke in endless love. It is to be a reminder of the vows that you have made this day. Johnny, repeat after me. This ring, without beginning or end, is the symbol of my undying love for you. As it is made of purest metal, I give you my purest love, that all others may know my love, hold on a second, is for you alone. Ashley Brooke, what token have you to symbolize your fulfillment of your marriage vows? This ring is a symbol of the vows you have made to each other and to your family on this day. As often as any of you see these rings, you will be reminded of this day and the unending love that you and Johnny have promised. Ashley Brooke, repeat after me. This ring, without beginning or end, is the symbol of my undying love for you. As it is made of purest metal, I give you my purest love, that all others may know my love is for you alone. Let us pray.